Oh yeah, it's double organic. This is a young Thai coconut, but if you've never seen one before, you might think that you need to be some sort of NASA scientist to get into one of these things. How do you do that? Or maybe you think you need to have the teeth of a beaver. But those couldn't be further from the truth. These are easy to get into, as long as you know how to and you have the proper tools. Look at these knives. Look at my arsenal. Lots of different knives here, and I'm going to show you 5 different ways that we can use these knives to open a coconut. We've got a serrated knife, got a cleaver, have your normal chef's knife, and even a pocket knife can open a coconut if you are determined enough. The first method we're going to look at uses the serrated knife, or a bread knife. And what we're going to do is just cut off the tip of the coconut and expose the coconut meat and coconut water. So what we're going to do is lay the coconut on its side, and we are going to start cutting into the coconut to feel for where the nut is, or where the coconut shell is. So over here it's just the husk, but over here a little bit deeper into the coconut we're feeling the nut itself. Okay, so we know about how far we need to cut in, and what we're going to do is point the knife slightly in towards the coconut. If we're going this way, we're just going to shear the husk off, and we want to actually cut into the coconut. So we're just going to start cutting. Okay, here we go. So here you can see that we have cut through the coconut, and we can peel it back a little bit, and it's kind of tough to see, but you can see the white of the coconut, and we're just going to cut through the rest of the way. So there we go. We have cut the coconut open and sheared it, and we barely made a hole. So ideally you don't lose any of the coconut water. If you cut too far in, you're going to rupture the coconut. But in this case, we didn't lose any of the water, and we can cut this open and then pour the water out. So using a serrated knife is one way to open a coconut. Open a coconut with a chef's knife. Now, you could do this on a coconut that hasn't been opened at all, but I'm gonna also be able to do it on this coconut here, which we opened with the serrated knife. And we're going to now be able to open the coconut much larger so that we can scoop out the meat. So all we need to do is shave the husk off. To expose the nut. Okay, so here we go. Just hit it with the back of the knife. We're gonna crack the nut. We can scoop all of the meat out to make some sort of sauce with, or to eat as is. So Here's another way you can open a coconut with a pocket knife. So I'm going to show you how to do just that. Okay, so been sawing off the husk. It is messier than using a cleaver. Alright, as you can see, the coconut has the husk shaved off, and now we're just going to be placing the knife onto the nut, and then we're going to grab the knife and use our fist, or I mean our palm, to strike the knife. And we have made a hole, or a slit, and now we're going to wiggle the knife back and forth away from ourselves to cut it open, and now we should be able to twist and pop. Okay, as you can see, we're zoomed in and we're just twisting the knife, popping the coconut open. And there you go. Quickest way to chop into a coconut is to use a cleaver. You're just going to let the cleaver do the cutting, and you're going to cut a square. And so what we're going to do is just hold the coconut on the opposite side that you're cutting. Do a couple practice swings just to line yourself up, and you're just going to chop straight down. Rotate the coconut. Rotate. And last cut. There you go. Then you're going to stick the knife in and just break it open if you need to, but in this case we have cut it open completely. Now, as a martial artist, the last way that I'm going to show you that we can open a coconut actually uses no knives or tools and just my hands. My hands are a deadly weapon, and I can use my chi and exert that power onto the coconut and crack it open. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate for you now. Oh yeah, it's Double Organic. Did you know I offer raw food coaching? Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Got epic recipes, fitness, and raw food motivation. Connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Whoa, look at all those recipes. Look tasty. Give me some of that.